Okay, so the first question, how old is God? Very old, I'll say that. Now, God doesn't have a beginning, okay? So obviously, I'm 27 years old. Some of you are, 13, 14? So we had a beginning. So before 1983, for me, I didn't exist, all right? I didn't exist in someone else. But when you think of God, He didn't have a beginning. There was no time when God kind of was born in that sense. I'll get to Jesus in a second. So God is eternal. What that means is God doesn't have a beginning. He's always been there. And so don't try and think of this. This might be a bit weird for you. Think of this whole white piece of paper as time. Okay, so this is the beginning of time and the end of time. Okay, this is all time, and we're inside that. But God is actually outside of that. So for God, He sees today, like us, but He also sees tomorrow, today. 5,000 years from now, today. So He sees all of time at a glance. All right? So to think of saying how old is God or and all those kind of things, God is much bigger than what we think. So yeah, God doesn't have a beginning. So how old is God? He is very old. He's always there. But it's not like He's a human that He's getting really older and all that. He's actually the same today as He was billions and billions of years ago. So how does Jesus fit into that, if you're thinking? The weird thing about the incarnation, so incarnation means in flesh, so that's where we get the word carnivore from. In carnivore or incarnation. Jesus or God, part of God, so it's a Trinity. That'll be another question maybe. Part of God becomes a human being. So that's the crazy thing, that God actually becomes a human. So Jesus Christ, in the sense of being a human, had a beginning, but it's not like He wasn't around before that. It wasn't that He was born into the world, He came into the world. There's a difference. Does that make sense? It wasn't the case that He was born into the world, He came from heaven into the world. He came from somewhere else.